Today we're taking a kick drum and putting it 4 on the floor, but different. Freebeat. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Be sure to check out my upcoming live stream concert. It's completely free. It's called Freebeat Live, The Next Level. Gonna be a ton of fun. You can even have your own music showcased if you'd like. Click the link in the description to find out more. Today's patron shout-out goes to Colt Burke. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. So today I'm going to show you all a drum technique that I actually use quite often when I'm, sitting down and playing an acoustic or electronic drum set, when I'm actually sitting down and playing, but I never really use it when sequencing. In fact, I actually just used this yesterday on camera for the first time, and it wound up being pretty cool. Also, I will just say, while I am demonstrating today's topic on the PO32 tonic, this will work with any drum machine that has a at least 16-step sequencer. So I'd imagine that most of you out there are familiar with the concept of 4 on the floor. It really makes up the heart of most electronic drum grooves. So we take our kick drum, put it on beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. By the way, if you're new to the Pocket Operator grid, it's just a 4x4 sequencer grid, so we count through our steps as such. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and. So the downbeat of beat 1, 2, 3, and 4 all have a kick drum on them, and it sounds like this. Pretty simple stuff, right? Like I said, that's going to be at the heart of a lot of electronic music, particularly danceable electronic music. It's really solid, it's really stable, you can bob your head to it, you can dance to it, obviously. It's just a really nice foundation for a lot of different types of electronic music, even acoustic music, actually. So what happens when we mess with it? The title of this video is 4 on the floor, but different. And that's because we are still going to take this same 4 on the floor spacing, but we're just going to use it differently. So if we look here, if each one of these steps on the sequencer is a 16th note, we have 3 rests in between each of our actual notes here. So 1, and then 1, 2, 3 rests here. Same between these, same between these, and same between these. So what if we move our kick drums around, but keep those same intervals? So instead of having our kick drum on the downbeats, let's change them to the E of each beat. Remember, 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and. Okay, so instead of having our kick drums here, again, we're on 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and. Now I'm going to click play, and it's going to sound exactly like the same normal 4 on the floor. And that's because we actually need some context to determine where the proper downbeat is, which we will get. But have a listen, I'm going to hit play. It sounds like the downbeat is here, right? When in reality, it's actually a 16th note or a step on our 16-step sequencer ahead of the beat. It's actually here. Isn't that cool? Like I said, it needs some context. So let's take this hi-hat here, and let's actually put that on our downbeat, okay? So we've got it on beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, and beat 4. Let's have a listen. Now, you would be completely forgiven for feeling that the kick drum is still the downbeat, and that the hi-hat is on the offbeat, kind of, or the of the beat. Of course, that's incorrect, though. The hi-hat is actually the downbeat. Creates a really cool and different effect if you can train your brain to actually hear that hi-hat as the downbeat instead of the kick drum. We're going to help you develop that in your mind right now. So we are going to add more hi-hats. This time we're going to put them on the and of each of our beats. So 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and. This is otherwise known as straight eighth notes on the hi-hat. With a little bit of listening practice, it should start to feel like the hi-hats are on the beat and the downbeat rather than the kick drum. You can go back and listen to that as many times as you need to start training your brain to realize that the hi-hats are on the beat and the offbeat, whereas the kick drums are not. But don't worry, if you're still having a hard time with that, we're going to make it even easier. Let's get a snare drum, and we're going to put that snare drum directly on beat 2 and beat 4. Typically, that's where the snare drum will go in any kind of track. So right now, we've created a very basic drum groove that normally would sound like dooch, gotch, dooch, gotch, dooch, gotch, dooch, gotch. And all we've done is taken those kick drums that were square on the downbeat and moved them 1/16th note to the right. So remember, the hi-hats are on our downbeat and our offbeats, and the snare drum is on the downbeat of 2 and 4, the usual spot. Have a listen. In my opinion, it's a really cool effect, and it's not something that I often hear in electronic music. Now, if you're still having a hard time hearing the downbeat properly, if your brain is still affixed to that kick drum, well, there's one additional change we can make. We can actually take a kick drum and put it on beat 1, the downbeat of beat 1, right? So now we have a kick drum on the downbeat of beat 1 and the E of beat 1, so we have a double hit off the bat. Doo-doo. And then it continues on the E of each beat. This is going to help frame the kick drum in your brain as the offbeat. Listen to this as many times as it takes, and then drop out that first kick drum, leaving the only kick drums on the E of each of our 4 beats. Once you wrap your head around this, you can use it however you'd like. Really, the rest of the pattern is completely at your disposal. Let's get some fun hi-hat patterns going here. Maybe some like ratchet type stuff. A couple more snares in there. Let's see what I came up with just by randomly inputting some notes. Yeah, that's really cool. Now you might be thinking, okay, well that's a neat little technique, but how can you use it practically? I'm not going to lie. A whole song made up of this is not going to be satisfying at all, especially to the listener, because you want to at least have that grounded feeling in certain sections of the song. That feel being provided, of course, by a proper 4 on the floor, beat 1, 2, 3, and 4 rhythm, with the kick drum just actually 4 on the floor, the downbeat of each beat. However, you can use this kind of misplaced 4 on the floor feel to change it up, to grab the attention of your listener in different sections. So really quick here, I am going to just go into a pattern and make a quick 4 on the floor beat. So let's say we're cruising here for, 16 measures, 32 measures. Now we want to change it up. 2, 3, go. That actually makes a pretty sweet little drum fill too. And that's actually another great tip, is this is a cool way to start working on a drum fill, especially for those of you out there who have stated you don't really like working on fills that much because you don't know what to do or where to begin. Just shift your kick drums over 1/16th note, one step, and see how that inspires you to work. Let's go back to the crazy pattern here. And let's go to those kick drums on the E of each of our 4 beats. And I'm going to go ahead and double trigger each of those, which is something that's really easy to do on the Pocket Operator. This might be known as a ratchet or a retrigger on other devices. This is really going to add some insanity to this pattern. Let's have a listen. Yeah. If we wanted it to turn around in a little more satisfactory manner, we could actually put a last kick drum right here on the of 4. And that's actually going to turn around back to the main pattern where we do have our kick drum, on 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's going to go boom to turn around. So let's have a listen to those two together. Yeah. There you go. So the next time you're looking to change up your drums, maybe it's a new section of the song, or maybe you just want an interesting fill idea, just take all your kick drums, if you've got them 4 on the floor, scoot them 1/16th note over, or scoot them 1/16th note backward, put them on the of each measure. That could be fun too. Or the and. That also works. Step outside your comfort zone and have some fun sequencing some interesting drum parts that'll make your listener say, hey, that sounds like 4 on the floor, but different. I do hope you found this video informative, or at least found it entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. New content every single day. Thank you all so very much for watching the daily content. It means the world to me. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time. Bye.